Episode 363. How do we teach young people to spot AI lies?
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI 6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
I got a voice note last week from a listener that I want to share with you. Tiago Garcia wrote to me about something he is seeing more and more on social media. AI-generated content about the ocean, about climate, about science that looks believable, sounds convincing, but is flat out wrong. And his question was simple. How do we equip younger generations to tell the difference between the truth and AI lies? Hello, and you're very welcome back to AI 6. If you've been joining me on this podcast for over a year, I appreciate you, my friend. If you're brand new, well, you're very welcome. I'm Joanne Sweeney on a mission to upskill 500,000 people in AI, one 6-minute episode at a time. And don't forget, we had the long listen on a Saturday. So let's hear from Tiago Garcia, who sent me fan mail.
Hi, Joanne. Tiago Garcia from Plus Atlantic here. How are you? I've been observing a growing trend about content on social media that is generated by AI, and namely about ocean and climate stuff, but not just about that. And I see that that content many times is incorrect or leads to misunderstandings. Sometimes exaggerates facts, sometimes tells stories that may be engaging but have very little scientific validation. And in other times, they are simply wrong. We grew up in a time where nothing of this existed, so we are prepared to kind of question all these things. But I'm wondering about the younger generations. How can we fight this? How can we equip them to understand what's wrong?
So I went to do the research after receiving Tiago's message, and he's not imagining the problem. What he is describing is called AI slop, low-quality, AI-generated content that floods social media feeds, often about emotionally engaging topics like ocean life, climate change, health, nature. It looks very polished and it's believable. The World Economic Forum's Global Risks Report 2026, published in January, ranked misinformation and disinformation as the second most severe short-term global risk behind only geo-economic confrontation. For the third year running, it sits in the top 2. The report surveyed over 1,300 global experts, and their message is clear. The integrity of online information is under serious threat. The European Parliamentary Research Service projected that 8 million deepfake videos would be shared online in 1 year alone, up from 500,000 the previous year. And that's a 16-fold increase in just 2 years. And those are just the deep fakes. The volume of AI-generated text, images, and short-form video is far larger and far harder to count. We saw this play out in real time during Hurricanes Helene and Milton in late 2024. Fake AI-generated images, including one of a young girl holding a puppy in a flood, went viral on X. Emergency responders reported that the spread of false information actively hindered disaster relief. And why are younger generations more exposed? Well, Tiago's concern is well-founded. A Pew Research Center survey from late 2025 found that a majority of US teens now use AI chatbots, with about 3 in 10 using them daily. Over 90% of teens have heard of AI chatbots, but only 1 in 4 feel confident in their ability to use them well. So there's a gap. AI awareness is high, but literacy is low. The Reuters Institute Digital News Report 2025 found that globally only 22% of people have had any form of news literacy training. Young people were roughly twice as likely as older adults to have received some training, but even then, the majority have not. Research from Harvard Kennedy School, published also in 2025, found that young adults who are more aware of how social media algorithms work are actually less likely to correct misinformation when they see it. Knowing how the system works made them more cynical, not more active. They disengage rather than push back. So what can we do? Stanford's Social Media Lab is running a major research project right now called Empowering Diverse Digital Citizens. It's led by Professor Jeffrey Hancock. His team is developing AI literacy interventions that go beyond the old advice of look for extra fingers in AI images. As Hancock puts it, that might have worked in 2024, but not in 2026. The tools are improving too fast. Instead, his team is teaching what they call adaptive skills. Lateral reading, where you open new tabs and check how information is framed across different sources. Reading upstream, where you follow links back to the original source. Reverse image searching. These are all transferable skills that work regardless of how sophisticated the AI gets. And I talked about this in episode 207. I asked the question, will AI take away critical thinking? The answer I gave then, I think, still holds now. AI doesn't take away your critical thinking, but passive uncritical does. The solution is not to ban young people from AI, it's to teach them how to interrogate what they see, how to use AI systems more critically, and always check the source. So Tiago's question, raising the concern that he genuinely has about younger generations, is fair. But I think it's a challenge for all of us. We know that AI models hallucinate. The difference now is that the nonsense is being packaged into beautiful short-form video and distributed at scale across social platforms. If you're a parent, talk to your children about how AI-generated content works. At school, we need to be bringing in AI literacy in libraries. If you are a business, make sure that you're also training your new graduates and your young people. And so AI literacy is not optional. It is as fundamental as reading, writing, and numerical literacy. We all have a role to play. And also a final quick note, we are accepting fan mail on the podcast. You can send me a voice note to AI6 from your favourite podcast platform. So I hope to hear from you soon, and I will record my answer in a dedicated podcast episode. That's it for today's show. If you're ready to turn these insights into skills, here's how I can help. Get your copy of my book, AI Playbook, on Amazon. It's the perfect companion to the show. For weekly AI strategy, subscribe to my newsletter, Human in the Loop, on LinkedIn. Or if you want to take the next big step, you can take our CPD accredited professional diploma in AI. Maybe you need something more tailored for your organisation. You can book a call in my calendar at digitaltraining.ie. Or if you work in government or public sector, go over to publicsectormarketingpros.com. If you found this episode useful, please share it with a pro that you know. And I'd love to read your comments on Spotify. And if you can, take a second to like, rate, or subscribe wherever you listen. It really helps the show. This is AI6. I'll talk to you on the next episode.